I got a helicopter to Oslo, and I was told that 50-50 if you survive or not. And if you survive...
They told you that?
Yeah. They told me to call my wife, and just to be sure. So I called my wife, and
serious problems.
Right, Jimmy, what's your serious problem then?
Serious problem is that there was no races this weekend, but that actually opens a good opportunity to get a good guest again. You're going to introduce him?
Yes, I'm going to introduce him, and I've done some research on this guest, so he better be impressed with my introduction.
I already am. So go on, hit me.
Today's guest isn't what we would call bare in Norwegian. Born on the 19th of January in 1983 in Oslo, husband of Ellen, father of Oda and Sigurd, podcaster himself, book writer, and not the least, a legend of cross-country skiing. He lived his moment of glory on the 22nd of February 2010 when he won Olympic gold together with nobody less than Petter Northug. But he also experienced trauma like very few people did when he had a brain hemorrhage in 2021. Now, I could go on with this stuff, but words don't do him right, since you are kind of what most people want to be. Welcome to the show, Øystein Pølsa Pettersen.
I'm really honored. Like, that's the best introduction ever. I don't think I will say anything in this podcast. You can just go on, leave it like that, and the legacy that you just gave me. I'm really proud, humbled. Thank you.
I think knowing you is going to be difficult for you not to say anything on this podcast.
That's true.
But good effort. That was quite a bit of brown nosing in there, Mika. I was impressed. It was good. Little school report. Good. Also background. Actually, Øystein's our neighbor, lives just up the street, so we thought it'd be a perfect guest for today.
That's really nice to be here, guys. Really, and I've been enjoying your podcasts out skiing, and you made me laugh sometimes, so that's good. And it makes me feel like I'm in the skiing world again. So thank you.
That's good. We had to invite you in our house, and we had to do a bit of tidying up, of course, because it's like like a skier's house in the winter as well, when there's like no girls around. So.
Yep. Yeah, it kind of reminds me, this makes me sound like a dinosaur, but it kind of reminds me of my time when I was living in Meråker. I was living with Martin Sundby, among others, and it looks quite the same. I have to say, it looks quite the same. So you're keeping the traditions in good hand. That's good.
That's good.
We should maybe add that when Øystein came in, the first thing he said was like, you kind of see that there doesn't really a woman live here at the moment, does there?
Well, and it smells taco. You're still like holding on to there's a Mussy specialty, but I think the Mussy specialty then is taco. It's good.
Yeah, but you say that you're a bit of dinosaur, but you still dress like you're 15 years old kid, though.
Is that good or bad? Yeah, it's. I think it's. I grew up in Oslo. I like to call myself a city boy. So, yeah, I like hoodies. I like big clothes, and I like skiing.
Yeah, that's cool.
So when I'm not in a tights, you usually have big baggy pants, and that's me.
But that's good. That's also one of the things that actually like is kind of your sign. It's like you're always you.
I think. Well, during my career, it wasn't always like that, but right now, I'm confident. You get confident when you are really old and have a wife and 2 kids. Then you have confidence. Yeah.
All right, should we hop into some of the topics?
Yeah, well, there was no cross-country skiing this weekend, so we can talk a bit about alpine skiing. Do you watch alpine skiing?
Yes, or when I have the chance. So I didn't watch the race on Saturday because I was at work, and then on Sunday you told the listeners there was no ski race. That's actually not true because there was a relay for the kids on Shushan. But when I not working or on a relay for children, then I watch.
How did that go?
The alpine skiing or the relay?
The
or
relay
the
for the children.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. I think my youngest got really impressed by the others on his leg, and that's not often a good sign. So he was more into telling me, "Hey, those guys are really fast," Dad, than skiing himself. And my oldest, she was just cold, so it was okay. Not the best race, not the best relay in the family.
Then they were like, they were like, what the hell? I'm like the son of Øystein Pettersen, and I can't even ski fast. It's not given straight away.
I think it's the other way, actually. It's not. It's just you're just keeping the family tradition, not skiing so fast and talking too much. Well, they're getting it.
But like the talking much, I see. But like the not skiing so fast, that didn't really work out for you so well.
You said I'm a legend. That's really nice to hear. But there are, I think, I could name 100 Norwegian cross-country skiers who were better than me. So, yeah.
But I couldn't name 100 that have Olympic gold medal.
No, but, one got sick, and then when you are racing with Petter Northug, then it's really hard not to mess up. He's really good in cleaning up others' mess, so that's, yeah, but it was good times. And you guys, are you all good? You healthy again, Jimmy?
Yeah, healthy. I'm still hanging out with Mika, although he made me sick, but...
Okay, because you made him sick.
We're past that for now.
Okay.
Good
still a bit of a sore subject, but I'm
okay,
back in shape, and I think, looking forward to the next races, so...
Yeah.
Should be cool. And Mika's going to Oberhof this weekend.
Yeah. Oh.
Talking was
That's
not
really
back in
nice.
shape.
That's really nice, Oberhof.
Is it?
Yeah, it's one of the best places in Germany. I think they invented a weather phenomenon called sun in Oberhof. It's really always sunny, always beautiful. Yeah.
Apparently, it's even going to be -degrees this week.
I heard.
That is so good. Because we were saying on the podcast previously you were saying how shit Oberhof was, and like nobody wanted to be there, and it was horrible. And he's actually going to be really nice this weekend. So
I haven't changed my mind yet.
Yeah. And
are you sure, or is it
Yeah.
just a practical joke by the German ear? The weather forecaster just
could be. They were like trying to troll the Swedish as well, because the Swedish have basically said exactly the same that we said on the podcast. Because there's been battle there a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, maybe even, and it was so bad that they were not even testing the good skis, because they were like, okay, if we test skis, we're gonna like destroy our skis.
Yep.
So then Anders Byström, the coach for Sweden, said that basically, I'm summing it up a lot, but basically he said that it was shit in Oberhof and we should not do races there. So basically what we said in our podcast. So maybe he was just listening to our podcast and it was good.
He got some inspiration of us.
Yeah.
I think if you travel to Oberhof, you have been traveling wrong.
Yeah.
But it can still be nice. Yeah.
Apparently I was talking to one of the German ex-skier that's from there. She's the girlfriend of Horn, the biathlete. Antonia Horn, yeah. She was in Livigno, and she was saying that actually with global warming, it's getting really nice in Oberhof. I'm not even joking. Like, she was like saying that it was a good thing with global warming there. So the last 10 years have been quite good in Oberhof.
So that's the one town in the whole world that's really cheering on the global warming. Like, it's getting nice over here, guys. And then everybody just moved to Oberhof.
But what do we really learn from this? Every bad thing has its good thing.
Yes.
Every negative has its positive.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the beauty about traveling to Kuusamo. It's the same, you get so happy when you get to leave. Everyone is happy. Like, it's crazy. Even though when it's really sunny in Kuusamo, you can see it on television. It's still some kind of fog in the air, like
and a bit windy and
It's always
super
windy.
cold
yeah. I think
and dark.
if I think Kusamo actually invented the concept wind. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
color gray also comes
Yeah.
from Kusamo.
Have you? You should actually try when you're like. You're probably not going to go back to Kusamo, but like if you would go back to Kusamo, to like take a picture of the landscape there and then turn your black and white mode on your phone,
It's the same.
and then you'll notice there's no difference.
Yeah.
I get the image in my head. That's a really good one. I like
Yeah,
it.
that's true. That's probably even worse in the UK, actually.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever
maybe.
been to London in
Yeah.
the winter? It's like
No, never.
Oh, you really should.
Who's traveling to London in the wintertime?
Oh, I've been to London for Christmas a few times. Kind of
Mistake?
nice, but it's just like this like constant like rain that like soaks you.
Kind
So,
of
like,
nice,
it's-
constant rain.
Yeah, like with like 2-3 degrees. So maybe that's even worse actually than like -20.
But that's like typical everywhere where there's like no snow in the winter in Europe.
Yeah.
It's like always like just gray
That's true.
and
Yeah.
and a bit shit, honestly.
Especially in East Germany.
But talking about Jimmy getting back into shape, I tell you, he's definitely not getting back into shape very quick.
Really?
Alexander Arnold Kilde.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 Big crash on the
And
last corner.
Yeah.
Really back. And when you see those guys like hammering down the hill, and when they crash, they look like Superman going down, and when they crash, you can see they are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like still like even when they crash, you're like if I see like a Pentero, it looked a bit worse. I crashed. I feel like if I crash like that, I think I'm pretty much like
Dead? No, I don't know.
I just don't see myself just get up and be like, oh, all good.
You know what's actually very funny?
You didn't see Omot Kilde do that either.
That's true.
he was collected, I would say, by
I
an
mean,
helicopter.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we will put you together.
I mean,
somehow.
Pintero didn't get up. He was collected by a helicopter.
Yeah.
But a
Yeah.
day after, he posted a picture at home with his kid, and I was like, oh, that's a quick recovery.
Yeah, but you have no choice when you're a father.
That's true.
That's
Back to work.
Yeah. There is no Jimmy after 7th of May just laying around 18th of May on the bed. It's like, if you're a dad and you have a hangover, then you really get to experience what a hangover really is.
Okay, I'll wait a bit longer. before I get kids.
That's really good advice from me.
Tell you what's funny with Kilde actually. We were doing during COVID. We were doing some speed in Holmenkollen with Casper and some guys from Holmenkollen Lab.
Yeah.
And he just showed up doing cross country skiing, like just like enjoying his off season. And we were doing this sprints with light gates.
Yeah.
And so he did one with us on the flat, and then he did one with us uphill, and he beat like all of us.
Yeah, they are really
There's, like-
super fast.
Yeah, he just went like skate 2 the whole way when we were doing paddling.
Yeah.
And he was basically doing squats, and he's fucking smashed all of us.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be a sprinter, and I was like, and I didn't manage to beat him in the end. I think Casper went like 3-4 times, and eventually managed to beat him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was absolutely nuts.
But is
I was like fucking like feeling really shit about it after.
But does that say more about him or you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
No, I think actually really fast. I remember there was in the springtime, in the summer, some years ago, we had a competition in Røldal, western part of Norway, where cross-country skiers competed against alpine skiers. First we had a downhill race, and then we went pursuit, cross-country skiing up again. And then one of the days we had a sprint on alpine skis. And no cross-country skier had any chance. Like, there was no chance at all. They are really super fast.
Yeah.
So when you see they go out of the gate, like, they are really hammering.
Yeah.
But that's also like I feel the difference in from Norway to like the rest of the world, because like if you do cross country sprints with an Austrian alpine skier, like he'll probably fall over after 2 steps because he just can't cross country ski. And like in Norway, everybody can cross country ski, and like even most of the alpine skiers can cross country ski on quite a decent level actually.
You think so?
Oh, to be fair, technically it was a bit shit, but I think it's just the pushing when he was doing skate 2 is like the same thing they do when they come out the gate.
And can you say there's a shitty technique when it's called free technique?
Ooh.
It's just fast technique.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But at the same time,
I didn't look at it like that yet.
at the same time, when I see Mika ski, I know there's like shit technique.
Yeah, but still, it's really fast. Hey, you are been really good this year. Congrats, that's good.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's not been...
Actually, he's not that shit in skating. Yeah,
maybe you should tell.
but maybe it's just when I see like him, like in general, like I just think he looks a bit shit.
But like maybe you should tell Øystein who's got the best skate sprint result in the house this year.
This year, yeah.
It's you, really?
Yeah,
It's
because I got ill at Tour de Ski, so
Yeah,
I didn't.
Was it in Davos?
Yeah,
Yeah. You qualified for the semi? No.
nah. I was
Actually,
I was 24th, so that even says more about Jimmy.
That's,
And also, we can also say that you were only 24 because there's one guy that crashed in your heat, and then you were not last. You probably would have been last otherwise, or you definitely would have been last otherwise.
I've not seen that on the result list.
You did see on the result list that Amundsen was in the 5 last for sure.
Yeah, but I didn't see on the result list that there was like 24th because Amundsen crashed.
Yeah, but still, you were whatever.
how long have you guys been living together?
Too long.
Not not that long, but
but you still have some time to catch up.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're not racing in Oberhof, eh?
No, going to Goms. So
Okay, for Alpen Cup, Europa Cup, or
it's
World
a
Cup?
World Cup, mate. In
Okay,
Goms.
so next week.
So yeah.
Okay.
So next weekend, yeah.
But
you don't have such good control over the World Cup calendar. So
I know there is Oberhof this week because I saw that Dunnestad was not in, so I need to double check.
That's
like, is
so
he sick?
weird.
that's nuts. Yeah,
I don't know, but but I didn't know that Goms was the next one. Is just sprint or
No, it's there's a mixed relay, skate sprint, and then a 20k skate. And basically, Oberhof this weekend is like
Classic
relay, classic sprint, classic
yeah.
20k. So it's kind of like this same setup. One is more classic, one is more skate. And then we go to Canada, and then we go to the US.
But going back to topic, talking about sports that you watch biathlon.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't? Why?
Well, because it's biathlon, isn't it?
You should ask Purma.
That's why I'm going.
I don't know. Apparently, they're not athletes or not good cross-country skiers.
Maybe I wouldn't go so far, but I don't know.
Let me hear your opinion. That's
Yeah,
this is juicy. This is juicy.
Mika's
Now
just
every
decided
listener is
to
like, okay, I really want to hear what Mika's telling.
Mika's just decided to hate on biathlon.
Nah, I'm not even hating on them. I actually think that like people like they're super good athletes. Just I think their sport's a bit shit.
You think so? Yeah.
It's a bit. It's like.
He's got nothing to say.
It's just I want to say something, but that's gonna make them pissed. But like I feel like if
It's your podcast.
if you could be really good in one thing, why would you do two things? Like if you could be the best skier, you could be the best skier. Like if you could be the best shooter, you could be the best shooter. Oh, but you know what? I'll just do both and then see how that goes. And they probably earn more money than the best cross-country skier ever. So
you're
they'll
telling me
probably
that you
laugh.
next year will just focus on one technique then?
Yeah, you will just do skating. Why would you do classic if you can just focus on skating?
Oh, because it's just Stone Age skiing and it's imprinted in the fifth
Oh, yeah,
calendar,
okay, yeah.
So
Why do you not sack off skating then? Just do classic.
because I'm a wee bit better in skating than in classic.
Yeah, but maybe the
Or maybe it's because that's the way the sport is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're not complaining about Kilde doing both Super G, downhill, and giant slalom.
No, but I'm pretty sure I would complain about it if it stopped like after 5 dates and then take a few shots and then go on.
Yeah. I really do like biathlon, but I competed in cross-country skiing myself, so yeah. But I think that says more about my shooting skills. I was...
Were you trying biathlon at some point?
No, because when you have a record, I killed some guys with a knife, so then that wasn't allowed to. I'm just kidding.
I was just not sure for a second. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't see that on his Wikipedia.
I grew up in a really rough neighborhood in Oslo, really rough.
Yeah, especially rough.
Where did
Oslo
you
is
actually
just
grow up
super
in?
rough.
I grew up in a place called Groruddalen, eastern part of Oslo,
Yeah.
which is really nice. It has a bad rumor. There's a lot of different people living there, multicultural, I would say. But to me, it's home. When I'm there, I feel home, and I really sometimes I really do love living in Lillehammer. But sometimes when I'm in Oslo, I feel home. Yeah, this
Why do you
home.
live in Lillehammer then? Because of family or?
Yeah, first of all, we didn't afford a house at the time in Oslo, and then we had to move closer to my wife's family, and then so we ended up here. And then suddenly we got you as a neighbor, and then I was not even the best skier in the street. It was really hard. Like, it was really hard.
I gotta tell this story about being the best skier in the street. I remember doing Birkebeiner this year, and I was insanely shit.
You were?
I come into the finish, and I just hear somewhere behind me, I just hear somebody mumble like, "Oh, at least I'm still the best skier in the street." And I turn around, and it's you, and you beat me in Birkebeiner.
Because you beat me the year before in Birken as well.
Yeah, but it's not my fault that you were shitty.
That's true.
I was really happy. So that says everything about how shitty I am when I'm shitty, when I'm happy. But this year, I think actually I'm better.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see.
But where
Better than last year.
But like you were
Was
like
still
around
shitty.
60, 70 something?
I don't know. I was skiing with the... who was I skiing with? In the end, we were a group. It doesn't matter. I was not even close to winning the race. I was really bad. But I think I was the one who was most happy with being bad in my group.
Yeah, but like maybe this is weird of me to think, but like when you've like quit professional sports and you have a job like you do and a family, and there's like people training like all year, you're not supposed to beat them, are you?
I think,
or they're not supposed to get beaten by you.
I mean, I think that's a really interesting topic. How you could maximize your effort and get the most out of your potential when you are not so serious. I think use myself as an example. I think I was too serious as an athlete, and I put too much into being my best that I performed at the medium level. But now I know I'm really not my preparations are not perfect. So I'm just happy to be able to do the race, and then I have a tendency of getting more out of my potential. Seriously. So, yeah, I think so. Like when I look back at my career, I think I'm not saying that I was better than my results, because you are not. But I think my potential was better. But I was not. If it's mental game, I don't know. But
trying too hard, you mean?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Now I know that if I try hard, I will blow up. So I just start slow. I remember actually Birken last year, Musgrave was, I catched him after 10K, and he looked like he's been to some kind of a war. I was like, how are you doing, Mus? You look really shitty. And he just looked at me all pale and like, and he didn't get to say anything. I never saw him again. But now he's really on fire. So he recovered. But yeah, I was a bit worried.
I also made him sick in Livigno.
Yeah. Good effort by Mika.
Yeah, that's
good effort.
That's good. So you first start to perform really high level, and then you make everyone around you sick.
Yeah.
That's the recipe for a good teammate. That's good.
Good times.
Yeah.
Kind of what happened actually we said there was no skiing this weekend, but there was ski classics.
Yeah.
And Nygård actually managed to make a bit of a crash happen on the last kilometer. Did you watch the race?
No.
There was he just switched tracks, jumped in front of someone. Everybody had to jump out, and then eventually there were the two last ones. They had to jump out, and then they just jumped out in the fresh snow, and they had a massive crash.
Really?
Did you not see it? It was
No.
like quite a spectacular crash, actually.
Oh,
People like skis flying and like.
yeah, I saw
they're
a
going
former
quite
teammate
fast.
of mine, Øystein Pettersen. He was skiing some. I think it was like 2-3 Ks with one ski. I don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah.
His binding went off.
I,
Or?
I read about it on line.com. I think they said it was even more, like 3.7K or something.
Yeah, Ski Classic is savage. There's also one of these girls.
He still beat Nordic though.
Oh yeah. There's this Czech girl, Strutsova. She broke a pole. We saw her break the pole, and then the camera came back to her like 15 minutes later, and she was still skiing with one pole. Fucking hell, if you break equipment in Ski Classics, it's absolutely savage.
Yeah.
But we got Casper on the podium just after he recorded a podcast with us. So maybe you're going to be on the podium in the next race you do.
Yeah, actually, I will
Birken?
find a race. Birken, I think I will just ruin your stats. So I will find a smaller race.
Yeah, do that.
I think I'll do a race in my garden, just me and my family, and then yeah. So that, but Casper is really impressed me the way he just embraced the long distance skiing after being a sprinter. I could relate to his story, and yeah, it's really cool. And I think it's easier for him as well to be less serious, but not a lot less dedicated. Just to switch a little focus, and then it's easier.
Yeah, it's a bit like what you just were talking about trying too hard sometimes. Yeah,
but
can you feel that? Like when I look at you at television, I can see your potential, and the Norwegian commentators, they always say that Jimmy, he's some sort of a loose cannon. He always gets into some sort of trouble, and then I can relate to that as well, because I had to take some chances. I felt like I needed to be really, how do you say it in English? Like really aggressive all the time, and then skiing on small margins instead of the guys who were really confident. They give some slack.
Yeah.
Can you relate?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of times where you really want to do good, and when you know that you can do good, then you try too hard, and of course you like blow up. And it's difficult in sprint to manage to ski the level you want to be and not make mistakes. And also, I'm not one of the biggest guys, but at the same time you have to ski with some confidence, so I can relate. But
yeah, but some confidence. But does confidence always mean aggressive, or can you ski confidence and show it by giving just a half a meter here, half a meter there, just to not end up in a crash? Or
for sure. I mean, what usually has happened is I try to stay at the front, or try to stay towards the front, and then someone tries to go past, and then I have a problem. Or that's what happens often, I feel, to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Like being confident is also letting these gaps open, and
you see during the sprint in Davos, where you have Shanava, he's just in control, but also he looks kind of calm. Of course, he knows he's the best skier out there, but still
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
It's also a little bit the way Shanava skis, though. Not only looking calm, but he's like, I don't know, he's like technically, especially in Skate 2, I feel he's just quite a lot better than maybe some of his competitors.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the steadiness and the way he stands stable on his skis, that already like shows some kind of like
but that's actually what it is with Shanava, is that when you see on TV it looks like he's skiing not that fast.
He's pushing as hard as he can.
The dude is tall and it goes fast as fuck. Like being on the final with him in Davos, I was trying to ski behind him and I was like getting dropped. And like when you ski behind someone in the sprint and you get dropped after a few hundred meters, it's like the dude is actually going really fast. So people are, of course, they give respect to him in a way because he's big and he's like powerful and he's the best skier in the world, or one of the best skiers in the world. But I think it's also that he's going really fast. And I think Klæbo, he does almost like bad tactics for most skiers, but for him it's great tactics because he knows when he's fast, so he knows when he's gonna attack. And like, it doesn't matter if he's 6, he knows that, okay, at this place he's gonna go from 6 to first. But I think for many skiers it wouldn't work because they don't have that speed, or also for sure that confidence. And like, what's impressive Klæbo is that when he does a mistake, then he never does it again.
Yeah.
Whereas lots of us, when we do a mistake,
I totally agree. But if you look at the next best skiers, they look like they are attacking all the way until they are dead. Like always on the outside, always trying, always defending, always attacking. And the best skiers, they attack perhaps once.
Yeah.
And when they go really fast.
It's like when you look at Goldberg, for example, especially last year. And this year, I feel he's missing like maybe in sprints, not in distance, because he won World Cup, obviously. But like in sprint, I think he misses like one person maybe compared to last year. And then last year, there were so many sprints, I remember, when he was just basically faffing around at the back from the start. And then you don't know how, but like all of a sudden he's in the front. Like when it counted, it's like a sprint is not like 3 hours and you have time. It's like everything happens quite quick and quite fast and you have to react fast. But like for him, he ended up being at the back after 100 meter. And like every time when it mattered, he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it also matters a lot in what shape you are, because no matter what, like in sprinting, if you do really good tactics and you ski really with lots of confidence, some people manage to overperform compared to their prologue times, but usually top 15 is in the semifinals.
Yeah.
So
I agree. And if you don't have the confidence, it's really hard to go out there and do your best.
Yeah.
That's the paradox. So if you don't have the confidence, you usually go out and perform worse than on the training on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then it's just
if you have too much
have a bad
confidence,
spiral. And if that's also true.
Yeah. Hopping on to the next topic. One thing I like to watch, Nordic Combined.
Oh, you like Nordic Combined, but you hate people who are doing two sports. Explain.
Yeah,
because I was doing Nordic Combined myself at some point.
Okay, so when you have done it, then it's okay.
When I've done it, it's okay. Yeah. Always important.
But he made the right choice, you know? He made the right choice to sack off one of the sports and just focus on the one that's important. So
so that's why you like watching. Look at those bastards. They didn't get it.
Yeah,
Still don't get it.
Still don't get it. But also the thing with Nordic Combined that's quite fun to watch is that, like, in most of the races, the one that crosses the finish line first won the race. And that's just, fun to watch. And also I kind of like... Yeah, but like, let's be honest. If it's like a mass start in Nordic Combined and they start ski jumping afterwards, it's the worst. You just can't see it.
I totally agree. Really,
it's so boring. It's insane. And like, I don't know why they do that.
In Austria, Nordic Combined is quite big, eh?
Yeah.
Bigger than cross country skiing, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just because cross country skiers is shit in Austria.
Maybe not only because they're shit. Because there's been like some things, like some minor things happening in the sport in Austria. Let's just call it like that.
Yeah. But how is there any kids or youth skiers coming up, or
very little? Very little. You can honestly at this stage you can just really hope on the kids because the youth they're just far away.
So if there's a Austrian championship, how many participants are there in cross country skiing?
Maybe. I don't know, maybe like man elite is maybe like 15 Austrians.
And
that's like probably including juniors.
And in 10 years?
Probably like 5. Like if we're being honest.
Mika, if Mika continues doing good, could inspire a nation, mate.
But that is true. It's like because of everything that happened in skiing in Austria, it's just also like the social standing was just very low. And people just looked at it as it being like kind of like this dirty
Is that a legacy of the bad story, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just also, I don't know. It's like when there's like so many scandals happening. It's like it's been 2002, 2006. I actually don't know if there was something in 2010, but then like 2014, 15, 19. It's like it just.
Yeah.
It's like when the snowball rolls, it just keeps on rolling, and
those guys then, like Hauke, is he using his story to teach kids not to do the same mistakes he are, or is he?
I think he's actually studying to be a teacher, so he's gonna teach kids.
Okay.
But he also won a race.
He actually did a first because I think his ban is like done now.
Yeah.
From
So
last year.
Potterani, my friend from
Yeah. He got banned again
Yes.
for another 3 years.
Yeah, I hope.
But I think that's because he did like a fist race or something, and he didn't like tell Fist
In
that he did a
Russia.
comeback.
Russia.
Yeah.
In Russia.
Yeah, right. That says enough then.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But
Okay.
Hauke did like a ski marathon in Ramsau, which is like, yeah, like if he wants to do it, he should do it. And then he won that, which was kind of shit because it was in Ramsau as well, and Ramsau used to be a sponsor. It's like kind of like the first time that he was back in coming into like the cross country scene, and honestly, he's just not welcome in the scene. And
Yeah, but he should use his story to tell kids that no matter what you do, it's the sport is more. It's bigger than winning. Like
Yeah.
and if you win and cheat, you will never get the chance to really.
Yeah,
But I think
the
that's
thing that's still
satisfied.
happening, and that's always been the case, and I feel that might be a bit of a cultural thing also in Austria. It's you never look for the blame like by yourself, so it's like
Always the system.
it's always the system, it's always the people, it's always like oh, I only cheated because they all cheat, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, but how do you know that they all cheat? Did they tell you, or how do you know? And it's like, oh no, they just do. It's just by assumptions.
I think Karel Tamierev
Yeah.
he's done that. He's done what
Okay.
you're saying. He's
Yeah.
been a bit more like, because he wanted to quit also the doping program when he was in it, and he has realized, or he knows that it was a mistake, and he's trying to like tell people. But I think, or the feeling I had also from the interviews that I've seen of Hauke is more that he regrets getting caught rather than.
Yeah. Then my biggest respect to Karel Tamierev. That's good. I don't like what he did, but I think that's
It's like everybody can make a mistake in their life.
this one is quite huge. But I think
This one
then
is-
at least you owe everybody to do your best to prevent it from happening again.
Exactly, and that's just not happening with these people, and in Austria at least. And that's why when it comes to me, I don't think, or for me, they're not welcome in the Austrian sports world. They've done too much damage. Basically, if I'm being honest, the sport's dead in Austria. It's like, and not even like as a recreational activity, because there's quite some people going cross country skiing as a recreational thing. But like the sport cross country skiing and like the thing you want to be a champion in, that's dead. It's like people don't do it. Kids, parents don't send their kids to like cross country trainings.
Yeah, people have a short
That's-
memory though, so I think
Hopefully.
people forget quite fast. These
Hopefully,
things. Maybe
because
I mean,
that's
Yeah.
I get really sad. Like hearing that makes me really sad.
Yeah, because it's a nice sport, and I think it's like every time I talk to people, there's not a thing I'd rather do in the world right now than what I do.
Yeah.
And it's being a
And
skier.
it's, even though it's not about being a champion, it's like elite sports is all about being the best. But when you look back after a career, I don't think you remember the medals. I think you remember everything else, like the people you met, the relations you built, the job you did, everything. That's at least my point of view.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what it should be.
And then ironically, I think if you have that kind of perspective on it, it's easier to become a champion as well. If I were thinking less about being the best, I think I would have performed better and then had a bigger opportunity or chance to be the best.
Tell you what's good, Mika. Like Mika the other day was saying, it's just like bit starting to have like a mid-season bit blues. Now again, Øystein on the pod, and he's just like motivating us, and like everyone who's like listening, he's got a bit of blues, is going to be like so motivated by this. It's great.
It's actually good.
Yeah, but like you're saying you were missing Ramsau, and I could understand you were missing home, but still, like your day, your everyday life, it's really nice. One day you will be looking back on this skiing around in Ingalome, which is the local track here in Lillehammer, and think, glory days.
Will I also miss the frozen toes?
No, but you could do. There are some tricks we could do. We could help you with that. But, yeah.
Right, going back on topic, talking about Nordic Combined. Do you follow Nordic Combined a bit?
Some. Not so much.
Yeah, it's quite small in Norway, isn't it?
No, it's quite big. I would say it's quite big, but I have 2 kids. I have a job. I like to do some workout myself, so there is not enough time. But if it's on television and I'm on the couch, then I watch and I see Riber winning, and I see also the women's from Norway winning. But I really do like to watch, especially the men's race. It's I find it quite exciting.
Talking about Riber, you just said Riber, because I put a little bit of a note to Riber. I got a bit annoyed at him this weekend.
Okay.
I feel like when you have success and when you have the success that he does, it also brings a little bit of responsibility with it.
Yeah.
Now he knows that, like on Sunday, for example, when he's on path with skiing with Stefan Rittenegger, who's like been on the podium once or twice and is like half his size and has like 4 gears less when it comes to sprinting than Jarl does. I think I don't respect it so much that he didn't take a turn there. And like,
I can understand.
Because it's like, he's not like 1 class better when it comes to sprinting. He's like 4 classes better when it comes to sprinting. And he knows that because he's a champion.
Yeah.
And I just got a bit annoyed when I saw it. I was like, man, why would you do this? Like he can poker. Because like when the group catches them, the group that's skiing behind, he'll still win the sprint because he's still the fastest sprinter of the group then. But Stefan will be probably like 8.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you're quite far ahead. There's just a very low possibility that you're not going to win this.
I understand your point.
Like, why don't you take the responsibility that's also given to you by the success that you have?
That's a good question. I think, of course, he could have taken his turn, and there will be no harm. But I think he also takes in there's a lot of races. There's a lot of traveling. He wants to use as less energy as possible. I'm just winning. I don't want to smash you. I just want to win. So you could go, and I'll sprint you, and I will, and then I go home.
Talking about a thing you just said. You said there's a lot of races. Have you seen the Nordic Combined calendar?
No.
Do a guess. How many venues do they have? How many race weekends do they have the whole season?
Since you're asking it in that way, it's not so many then.
10.
10?
They have a whole of February. They have a month without racing.
Really?
They have
in
a
February?
month
Why?
without racing. There's just no competitions.
In February?
Yeah.
That's... Yeah, then maybe he's saving up energy. It's really hard. He's a dad. It's really hard. He's going home. And I need to be on my top level entering home. My wife's been home 2-3 months with the kids. I need to step up. So that's then there we have the reason.
So he's done it the other way around than you, though. He was born in or raised in Lillehammer and then moved to Oslo.
No, he lives in Lillehammer, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I think he lives in Oslo, I'm pretty sure.
I'm quite sure he lives in Lillehammer.
I'm pretty sure, actually. I'm really sure he lives in Oslo. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
We're gonna rectify
somebody's wrong here.
Somewhere.
We're going to rectify this in the next episode.
Yeah.
But I'm quite sure he lives in Lillehammer.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Doesn't matter.
Right. So enough Nordic Combined then. Reber wins every race he ever does.
They're not going to be in the Olympics anyway.
They're not going to be in the Olympics.
No.
Which is shit, but...
Yeah, but That's a really hard discussion, but I think it's more. I don't know. I think the same will happen with cross-country skiing if we don't get more skiers. Not the next 10 years, but eventually. If Austria has 5 skiers, if Great Britain don't have anyone after Massey
Yeah, but
and
they've never
James,
had-
But what do you mean more skiers? Like more nations winning?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah,
but like
or-
it's just Norwegians love saying how good they are, but it is
I'm not
in
saying
distance-
that. No, I'm
in
just saying
distance-
I'm talking about the interests overall. Like,
oh yeah,
if
okay,
the sport is dead in Austria, then perhaps it will be dead in Switzerland. Even though it wasn't during this Tour de Ski was quite good. I think really this Tour de Ski was quite good for the interest.
Fun fact: the interest in cross-country skiing is increasing in Germany and Switzerland.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. I was really cheering for both the
Yeah.
Swiss and the German team, and
Yeah.
also I think we can't underestimate the effort of the team USA, which are
That's actually
Yeah.
insane how good they
yeah,
are.
and I think it's really important. So
Yeah.
yeah,
because I think like for sure for the men's in like Norwegians are smashing everyone in distance. But like in like sprint
yeah,
and in women's sprint and distance, actually all the nations are doing pretty good. So
yeah.
all the people that are saying that just because the Russians are not there, there's no
don't
competition.
agree.
I think that's not true anymore.
Oh.
I think everybody's doing actually pretty good job.
Yeah, I think it's just on the men's side that the density in a Norwegian team is just insanely high, and generally in the whole Norwegian skiing, and therefore it looks like, oh, they're the only ones that can ski. But that's just, first of all, that's not the case. And
yeah, and also I think we were talking about confidence. I think if you have some skiers up there, like the Germans now have, or the Swiss guys suddenly were really good, I think they are building confidence within the team. We are able, the same as the Great Britons did, and I'm quite sure you will or had the same experience this year. Like, oh, but I can do this, and then you suddenly just step up your game.
yeah,
It's just a confidence thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
When you believe, then you are halfway there. And if you don't believe, then you have no chance.
I agree.
Oh, Mika, we're gonna be so good after listening to Øystein. This is gonna be so great. Oh, I can't wait.
This is coming from a guy who was really bad during his career. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm so shit. I just have an Olympic gold medal
Yeah,
lying around at
exactly.
home.
Where actually, that's actually a good question. Where do you have it at home in like a closet with like?
I have in Norwegian roterom. I don't know if you have a good English word for it. It's really messy.
Yeah.
Kind of like your
Yeah, like-
closet. Yeah. So it's in there somewhere, but
It's not in the living room. With,
no, if I were to brag about something, it would be that a normal guy did what he could to be able to win a gold medal, and I made so many friends and had so many good competitors throughout the year, and many of them were as good or even better than me. They didn't win a gold medal, but they did the same job as I did, and I tell them we should be proud of what we did and that we were able. And there's only one who could win, but success we all earn.
well, in this case, there was actually two. The one. The
Yeah,
teams.
or and if there were 2 of me, we would have won the bronze medal at best. So that's also part of the story.
Yeah, because to put a bit of background, there was Hattestad that got ill, right?
Yeah. First,
And
there
then-
was we had the individual sprint in the Olympics, and then we were told that the 2 best guys were qualified for the relay. And my friend Poltoranin, he stepped on my ski in the final, so I crashed. I think actually I would have won that race. And then, so it was then Hattestad and Northug who qualified for the team, and then, yeah, Hattestad got sick.
Yeah.
After from the individual sprint until the day before the relay, my job was to prepare Ola. So when he was resting in the village, I tested all his skis, and
Yeah.
so I didn't perform at my best, but
Yeah.
I did my very best. But
Okay.
I was not super good.
And it was
Wait.
good enough.
Yeah.
We had Petter was in his. Yeah, I've seen Petter really fast many times, but I think actually one of the best times I saw him was that day. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, good story.
Cool.
Let's go down under then.
Let's go down under.
Do you come from a land down under, where women glow and men plunder? Can't you hear that thunder? You better run, you better take cover. The Aussie Corner. G'day everyone, welcome back to the Aussie Corner, here with Sevi, Lars and Fidel. This week we're talking Oberhof, talking about Germany. We actually are expecting a bit of a winter wonderland this weekend as well in Germany, which is nice for once. So,
actually, or
yeah, actually we are. Yeah, there's some fresh snow there, so we don't all have to hate ourselves for attempting to do a winter sport when there's no snow, because there is snow, and there'll be lots of Germans as well. So just keep your wits about you there. Lars, we'll start off with a couple predictions for you. What were you thinking for this weekend?
for me, I'm actually going to go with a Finnish guy, Risto-Matti Hakola. I think he's found... Actually, I remember he won the qual in Pyeongchang 2018, and that was really good. It's maybe not been that great.
That was 7 years ago.
Really,
was that?
Yeah. Or 6. Come on. But at least he was really good on the weekend in the Scandinavian Cup in Otterpop, even in escape distance. So, yeah, I think it will be pretty good.
That's a good one from left field, a bit of insider knowledge. For me, I think the sprint will be taken by another Finn, Matin Talto.
Matin
Talo, yes. She was also good at the Scan Cup, Lars, was that right?
Yeah, possibly. Quite good, yeah.
And then for the for the 20K, I'm thinking Katarina Hennig. She was thereabouts at the Tour de Ski. She was pretty good skating up the Alpe d'Huez, so I think she's had a good week of training and she'll be back in some really good classic form.
For the relay, I'll go with the American boys, actually.
Really? Have you been watching Ben Ogden's vlogs?
I did actually I'm watching it quite good. Just quite wholesome.
Yeah, quite wholesome. His friends in Trondheim were yelling "Free the bird" or "Free that bird" to him, and then I got into the Lynyrd Skynyrd song "Free Bird." That was actually it sort of got my blood churning. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm behind the American boys for the relay as well. Did you have a tip for the women's relay?
For the women's relay, I'll just go with the French team.
Lovely.
Yeah, French team. Yeah, Lena Quentin, favourite on the podcast.
Exactly, yeah.
From Le Grand Bonheur.
She has been a favourite on the podcast and yet to deliver big time. I know she's been consistent, but that's a good one. So we'll hand it over. Or there was something about actually... I wanted to say good luck to Mika as well, and try not to punch anyone after you cross the finish line. Just control your anger, Mika. Just control it.
And Jimmy, I know you're big on the ketone thing, but please don't drag all of us into that pyramid scheme. Keen to not end up in that shit.
Exactly. Just eat good food and stay hydrated. Isn't that right, Lars?
Yeah. And then Fidel, I think you have something as well.
Thanks, boys. Yeah, so what do I think about the threes in a marathon? Fantastic event, very steep, very tactical, you need a lot of nous, a lot of race nous. And then it does promote a bit of innovation. So I've seen that with the Svard step technique coming in the past few years. Well, some would argue it's coming a lot earlier, wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And now on to my predictions for the sprint. It's got to be Baranova, doesn't it? It was missed early on in the season. I missed saying that she would win another classic sprint, but unfortunately she was sick, so she's back ready for redemption. So don't tell me she's not racing. And in the 20K mass start, I think I'll go for
Peter Walter, obviously.
Because I think that
he's just a true legend and a 20K specialist.
And then finally, for the relay, I'm not going to give a precise prediction. I'm just going to say that the two nations that win, both in the men and women, they'll be connected via a very important historical event. So stay tuned next week for if you want to find out what event that was. Nice.
Back from the Aussie corner. One last thing before we're gonna talk a bit more about you, Øystein.
Okay.
What's your take on the whole Holmenkollen possibly no 50Ks in future? Any more rumors? What do you think when you hear that? When we're just talking about we need more people to be interested in skiing and get more people to go skiing, and then like the one race that's probably bigger than our sport is rumored to disappear from our calendar.
I think that would be the biggest mistake cross-country skiers or cross-country skiing ever did. Like, yeah, I'm from the city, Oslo. I grew up traveling into the forest with my mom and dad. We spent the night in a tent. We cheered on the athletes, and then we skied home, and then we took the tube back home. If they stop having Holmenkollen as a ski venue, it will be a disaster.
You've done it as a supporter before you've done it as an athlete.
Yeah.
That's cool,
I
actually.
did it more times as a supporter. I even did it as a supporter and during the World Champs. That's Holmenkollen is talking about legends. Holmenkollen is a true legend, and if you seriously want to kill a legend, then think twice. Like, don't.
And if the organizer, for example, says it's because of the lack of interest of athletes, because athletes, I mean, we've seen it in the past, they just don't travel there when it's like big skiing countries.
Organized different. Organized different.
Yeah.
You just have to make every venue as best as possible, and you need to make the calendar so that every athlete wants to travel to every venue. And if you kill Holmenkollen, what is the trade-off? Should we travel one more weekend to Lillehammer? I really do love Lillehammer, but there's 0 people attending.
But that's funny you say that, because I remember doing the World Cup on the biathlon course,
and there was no going to say the Olympics in Lillehammer, and there was a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I remember doing the World Cup on the biathlon course, and there was nobody there. Agree, but I remember doing it on the normal World Cup course, and there was lots of people there.
Yeah, it was better, and then especially.
But is it because you see the people more, because it's more open on the normal World Cup venue than on the biathlon course?
I don't know. I just know that we don't have the same atmosphere as Holmenkollen here. It's a different thing. When you are traveling to Holmenkollen, you are not traveling just to see the athletes. Sorry, you're traveling because you know there is a hell of a party. You know there is lots and lots of people. You know there is something for everyone. Even though you are not interested in the sport, if you like happy people, you travel to Holmenkollen. If you want to attend a race in Lillehammer or whatever, you need to be really interested in the sport.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It must be actually wild camping there, and like, did you see the video last year of people shagging in the woods?
I was there for many years. I did not shag anymore.
Yeah, but so I think,
missed out. So that's why. Don't stop now. I haven't shagged anyone.
These people are not interested in skiing. They were not there for the skiing for sure.
Yeah, but I think, and as an athlete, it's something special.
It's magical.
Yeah. Even though you know you will be shitty in the race, it's really good. And I'm old enough to. I've done the individual the individual 50K in Holmenkollen.
Yeah.
I did it, and we did 3 laps of 16.7. It was the hardest race ever, the worst race ever, but also the best race ever.
Was it better than on like the 8 point something K loop?
Different, I would say, and it's really, really, really long. Like you really feel like you are doing a cross country skiing race. It used to be, like you read in the book, or it's really something different. I remember the first time I did the race, there was you are skiing into a place called Ullevålseter, and then there's some massive uphills, like, trust me, massive uphills. And you are going to do the loop 3 times. And the first time I was there, I heard someone in the crowd say, "Oh, look at him. He's tired already." And I was like looking around. They're talking about me. Is it that obvious? Yeah. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Was that an individual start though?
Yeah. So I think actually I was about 30 minutes behind the winner. Yeah. And I did my best.
Was it a World Cup or was it?
Yeah. And as a junior in Norway, the best junior had the chance to do skiing in the World Cup when the World Cup visited your nation. So I did my debut in World Cup was the 50K in Holmenkollen.
Savage.
That is a
individual
tough
start.
one. That is a tough debut.
It was really hard. So yeah,
That's
but it was really funny as well.
Talking about being naked in the woods on the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think you have a little experience of being naked at a World Cup running
in a city.
yeah.
yeah. It was 2006 Düsseldorf. It was actually the first time I podium in the World Cup. People say it was some sort of a bet, but it was not. We were in Torsby training the week before the race, and then I was really good shape. I was just invited into the team. I was not part of the national team at the time, and then we did a sprint race or training, and then I was really good, like really good. So Tor Arne Hetland, the captain of the team, he said that you are going to win in Düsseldorf. And then just to take the pressure off, I was like, nah, I won't even make it to the final. But if I podium, I will be so thrilled that I will run naked to the hotel. And then I did not think about it anymore. And then at the press conference after the race, Tor Arne just grabbed the microphone and said, "Yeah, this is a really good day for Norway. We had the top 3 spots were all ours. And then now, after this press conference, Øystein will run naked." So, and I didn't have the balls to say no. So I, just did as he told me to run
That's
naked.
good banter to actually do it.
Yeah, it was the thing that people don't know is that Bjørn Dæhlie, he had at the time a children's race, cross-country ski, in the same track. And if you've been to Düsseldorf, there is massive, you can't go, there's only one way out and into the trail. That's behind the start. And then, so I had to run through the start. And then when I was approaching or getting close to the starting line, I saw like 200 German kids standing on the line. So, they were like, in the face, because I have a huge penis, of course. So there were many kids. So so
The police is good.
you see the kids with the glasses like on.
We're gonna get red and blue lights in the street later this evening.
I was like, they are living in Germany, so that they were. Yeah, they're used to naked men running
Are
around.
they?
Yeah, I think so. I have many. Actually, I have many German magazines in my garage. You could have them.
I think I'll pass on that one.
Yeah.
They're quite old and sticky.
Øystein's just going to lose on the end of the podcast.
This is great.
Is this still on recording?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still on recording.
Sorry.
Oh, we also told you, like, we can't cut, so like everything that's on the pod's
That's
like in there.
perfect. That's perfect. That's the way I do it as well.
But that's your first World Cup podium then.
Yeah.
And then when's your last World Cup podium?
Oh, good question. I know that my last final was in Drammen in 2013. Yeah, I think maybe Kusamo 2012, perhaps. I'm not sure. Yeah.
You experienced the start of the Tour de Ski then?
Yeah, actually.
2009 or 2011? I can't remember.
Ooh,
8, 9, I think.
7, I think.
7, 8.
7?
Yeah, 7. I think
Oh,
it
yeah.
was 2006, 2007. Actually, the first race was a sprint in Munich, Olympic Stadium in Munich. There was a sprint. I won the quarterfinal. I won the semifinal, and I thought I was going to win the the big final, but then Tobias Fredriksson and Petter Northug crashed in front of me. I still have a He's
showing us the scar.
Yes, the scar. This is actually a piece of Petter Northug's Triac Swix pole. It's in here. So
There's already tracks.
yeah, and then first generation, and then I think actually I was the first guy to finish last in Alpesemis. We were skiing with the Swedish sprinters, and then we decided that we would cross the finish line together.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes before the finish line, they all outsprinted me. I was like, okay, I'm the worst. Okay, that's fine.
La Terre Rouge.
Yeah, that's me, the first one in Tour de Ski. Le Tour de Ski.
And then, so you say that's like Kuusamo 2012 is your last podium.
I think.
And when's your change to Ski Classics coming then?
I got kicked out of the national team in 2014 just by I was not performing.
Who was
at
coach
all.
then? Trond?
No, it was we had Ulf Morten Aune for 7 years, and then we had Arild Monsen. He came in that season, so I was on his team the first year, and then he kicked me out. I think actually, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm quite good as a team builder. So I think actually, if it wasn't for the Sochi Olympics, I would have been kicked out before. Not because I was Olympic material, but I was quite good in making the other guys perform, and I've always been really good in training. So yeah, and then I got kicked out, and then I started doing long distance skiing in 2015.
For BN Bank? Or was that later?
That was later. I started as some team called United Bakeries, which is now Akerdali, I would say. Actually,
Oh, yeah?
yeah,
Because it's Tim Coating afterwards, and then now it's Hakadali.
yeah, and then. And then I did some years there. It was really, really good. And then I wanted to do something on my own. Like I wanted to create something. And then, so I just stepped out of the team, say, I will try to make my own team. And then, I was lucky. And then we did make a good team, and we had some really fun years. And then, I stopped skiing. When I decided to stop skiing, I actually had the yellow jersey in the Ski Classics. I think actually I was the best skier I've ever been, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
I had we were in Engadin preparing for La Diagonela, and then suddenly I couldn't sleep during night, and I couldn't understand why. And then so I was out skiing because I didn't get to sleep at all. So skiing one morning in Val d'Roseg, close to Patrocina,
So
really
nice.
beautiful place.
It's so beautiful.
And suddenly it just hit me like, you don't care if you are first, second, 15th, or 30th. And then it's just, okay, then tell the guys after Levi, the last race of the season, I will stop skiing. So I then started sleeping again, no problem at all. I skied quite good, and the last race in Levi, I finished second. Nygård won. I won the sprint for the second place. I put my skis and snow in the finish area and just left it there. That was it. And then, now I'm here.
Cool.
Yeah.
When was that then?
2019.
2019. Okay, it's not that long ago actually.
No, it's
Do you miss
this year's. I miss some part of it.
Yeah.
I miss the relationships. I miss being with one crew or gang or team or friends who has the same object, same target, and are really giving their best every day. That's what I miss.
You can come and hang out here and give us some motivational speech.
More than happy.
Yeah,
More
that's
than
good.
happy. Yeah, but I think that's underestimated. Like that culture you create when you are a bunch of young athletes really striving and trying to perform, and also how you create some sense of we need each other in order to be able to have the chance to perhaps win. I those mechanisms and those relationships I really do miss sometimes. Yeah.
That is one of the cool things. I agree. Like just basically being with the boys. That's just what it is at the end of the day. Or we have girls on the team as well, but like being with the team, with the crew.
Yeah, and also like there are a lot of teams or a lot of gangs, or you have like some friends, but if it's if it's only good times, if it's no effort, if it's no resistance, if it's no if there is no struggle, there is no reward. Like I really love the struggle, and I really love the when you guys go now for a session, you look each other in his eyes like, okay, now we'll do a threshold. I saw you were doing 80 minutes threshold in the old Olympic trails. Like doing that with a team, then I know there will be some element of a fist bump before and after. You are agree, we are going to do a workout. This will be a struggle. Let's do it as best we can. Let's go.
Try to drop each other.
Yeah.
If that's the point, yeah. And if you get dropped, then you really do like honor the guy who dropped you. Like when I'm working with companies, a lot of the things I'm doing is trying to create some sense of ownership into the culture. And I really do want to implement some of the elite athlete mentality into a culture.
I think it's not in every team's like that there's a good atmosphere and like folk like, of course I think at the end of the day it's always down to a few individuals that make the team a good place, like make the team a fun place, but also a place of performance.
Yeah.
But have you experienced being on teams where there was super bad atmosphere? Like usually when I've been on teams, it's been like pretty fun, and I think part of it is because I've been on teams with like Muzzy, for example, that quite often jokes and makes the team, like with small things, makes the team fun, but at the same time when it's time to work, then it's like
I
hammer down.
Of course I have, and I also have to say I'm not proud of it, but sometimes it's me who's been the atmosphere killer. I think in order to understand culture, you need to understand that you are always in the team and you are always bringing something into the team. And if you are not bringing something positive into the team, then you are bringing something negative into the team, and you cannot make yourself invisible. We will feel it, because culture is just energy. What type of energy are you bringing in? And when you are in the culture, my focus will have focus on your energy and vice versa. So I think it's really important to understand that in order to create a good culture, I think you need to make sure that every individual in the team has good energy entering the arena or entering. If you are low on energy, then you are probably lack of good focus, and then everyone will feel it. You will feel it immediately. You don't have to say anything. And then you could kill the culture within a second, or you could lift it. It's the same. It's just energy going in, and you could feel it if Muzzy have a bad race, or if Youngie or you have a good race. In 1 second, it will lift the room or kill the room.
But going completely off topic.
Yeah.
Changing subject.
Okay.
You've experienced so many like nice things, good things in your life. You've literally been up there and had it all. And then in 2021 in autumn, you wake up. Tell us about that. What kind, you're talking about energy before.
Yeah.
What kind of energy goes through your body when you have a brain hemorrhage?
Oh, that's a hard question. I was actually on my bike, riding my bike to Norsetter, and then when you enter the mountain, it opens up like you are entering Norsetter, and then it flats out, and then suddenly I felt this. In the beginning, it was just warm feeling in my neck, and then it spread to the brain and to the head, and it goes from warm to being really painful. It actually felt like the brain did not fit inside my head. That was the feeling. And I actually rode my bike home. I don't know how. I don't remember anything, but I know I entered my home, and long story short, I got a helicopter to Oslo, and I was told that 50-50 if you survive or not. And if you survive...
They told you that?
Yeah. They told me to call my wife, just to be sure. So I called my wife, and I remember hanging up the phone, lying, waiting for the ambulance helicopter, and then my phone rang, and it was my daughter. She was 9 at the time. And I told her on her way to school that I will go for a short bike ride after work, but I will be home when you are home from school. So when she entered, I was not there, and she was wondering if I was out riding my bike. And I told her that I was in bit of a trouble, and I couldn't promise her that I would come home, but that I was really proud of her, and no matter what happened to Dad, I really do love her. And it was one of the hardest calls ever. And then I was really lucky. Like the type of brain damage I had, 40% dies. Of the 60% that survives, the normal healing process is 5 years. And it's just, I did actually Birken that year, 6 months later.
That's insane.
But I remember lying after I was hospitalized, and then when I got to come home, I remember lying in my bed 10 days straight. No light, no sound, no nothing. And then I could start moving. And after about a month, I had you see in the clip, the crawl? There is a woman finishing some type of Ironman. She's really tired and trying to cross the finish line. That was me when I was trying to get the mail. I don't know, 75 meters. I used all my effort, all my energy just to get the mail, and I barely made it back. And then there was another week lying in bed. It was by all means the hardest thing I've ever done, recovering from that. But I was really lucky, and I had good friends around me, and also I think I used everything I know from sports just to recover. And I actually told my wife 2 weeks ago that now I'm starting to feel as I were before the brain damage. That's yeah. I can't.
2 years, 3 years.
2.5 years. That was close call, really close call, and it was yeah.
Because now you're sitting here like all healthy in front of us, and with,
I am quite healthy. But the thing with the brain or bleeding inside the brain is really bad, and you can't see it. You know, Heidi Weng, she has she crashed, and then she got some light, I don't know what you call concussion.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah.
Yeah.
And she struggled for many, I think actually 1.5 years. And if you are pushing too hard in the beginning, then it can be really bad. Like, really bad. I was really super lucky because my injury was so severe. It was so serious. So I really did nothing.
Yeah.
And that's perhaps one of the most hard things I've ever done, to actually choose to do nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I mean nothing. I did not watch television for 6 months. I didn't have any screen. I didn't have anything. After my recovery in hospital, I got to go home, and then, like I told you, I was 10 days straight. Nothing. Like,
Crazy.
and I mean nothing. But yeah, I'm lucky, and I'm happy, and I'm feeling good.
That actually leads us into our next topic, because we always have 2 questions we ask all our guests.
Okay.
And the first question is like, how did like being up there, but also being like on the lowest low, like how does that make you who you are now? It's like you're this guy, you just spread like you just spread positivity. You like come in and you're like, hey, and everything's good and fun, and
That's nice to hear.
and like, did having like the brain hemorrhage also have an impact on how you see life now? Yeah.
Perhaps, or probably, of course, but I think I said it before, many years before that happened, that I don't like the way the society is built up by, we have a tendency of putting people in boxes, and we we see people by the results they make, not how they are. And I remember I felt this on my body. One year I was treated like an Olympic champion. The next year I did really bad in the World Champs. And when I visited the same hotels, I got different rooms. And then I was the same guy.
Yeah.
But they treated me different. Was it the medal or was it the guy who got the different treating? I know the answer. And I never want to be judged by the results I make. I want to be judged by my attitude and my impact or my behavior. So even if you are good, I don't care. Like I've been around so many people who are decorated, but I only care about who you really are. So yeah, that's my answer. And I think also it's important to understand if there is some athletes out there and you're not winning, then I don't care. Like I only care about who you are and how you are. And if you are winning, I will applaud you, but I will not think less of you if you're not winning. Like,
And you care that you're still the fastest in the street after beer cup.
oh, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. I keep a straight diet. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the second question, you've heard this one, so I hope you come prepared. Same as everyone, if you had one session, 2 people, 1 place, what do you do?
One session
With 2 people, alive or deaf, or alive or dead, or whatever, whoever you want. Can be your wife, your children. And
Can
where
be
at the
Muhammad
place.
Ali.
Yeah, it will be uphill double polling 18th of May because I know then you are really bad, and then I'm the best in the street. Still got it. I'm a dinosaur, but I'm a really fast one. So that will be.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Or perhaps I would turn the clock back to the Olympic final in 2010 and do another race against Polterani. And I will keep a more distance.
Yeah.
I see you're going tight on the on my right side. I will keep.
Yeah, you can listen to
distance.
your advice you gave to me.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Or maybe you will not be racing because you'll be banned for the next 15 years or something.
Yeah, but
That's true.
I will give him the chance.
Yeah.
Good.
That was a pretty cool podcast, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the most inspirational ones, at least.
Yeah.
So now we've come to the next races with lots of energy, lots
that's
of
good, that's
positivity,
good, that's
lots of
good.
motivation. So
We will watch you in Oberhof.
no excuse for being shit now.
Also, it's 10 past 10 and we're fucking buzzing now. So me and Jimmy are going skiing now. We'll just do...
Here comes Mika. He looks
Yeah.
kind of pale. Oh, did he record his podcast too late? Yes, he did. Oh my God.
But like you're joking about this, but last time we recorded a podcast quite late, and then I was like standing in bed, like so excited. So, so that's the good thing. We're having fun while we record the podcast, and that's the most
good,
important.
yeah.
But that was especially when we started doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I think the second episode when we did it with Sophia, I was so bummed. I was like buzzing the whole time. I was like, oh, this is the best thing ever.
But the thing is, we get to have some cool conversations with.
Yeah.
Use the momentum.
and-
That's
and
just use
the-
the momentum.
We've said for the last 2 years that we should invite you for have a coffee or beer or something, and we never actually did it. So this was a good opportunity.
And then
to-
we offered him tea, and he said he doesn't want it.
Yeah, that's. I could put the blame on me. I'm just following up the traditions here in Lillehammer. We don't invite
yeah,
the
neighbors.
new guys. The new guys. They're new guys. You know them? No. I haven't seen. No. I will invite you for coffee. I have good coffee,
Ah, that's
Cool.
good.
Good idea.
and also I have furniture, so you could sit. And
Yeah.
Oh, we have a couch.
yeah.
We have a couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Done.
That's good.
Good.
Nice. Well,
Thanks for doing this. Thanks for being here with
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Yeah.
Good luck in Oberhof and in Gums. As you know, I know everything about Gums, so
good luck in the race in your garden where you're gonna win.
Oh, yeah.
And good luck for Birken.
Send us a picture of the podium then.
Yeah.
I will make a big one.
Yeah.
Really big podium.
Right. Have a
Great.
good one.
And then until the next time, see you later.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.